Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Crystal Barrett's May I Scraplift You, where we'll all be scraplifting somebody. And today on her list is Helen Ding, and she is scrapping underscore with underscore Helen on Instagram, but just Helen Ding on YouTube. And this is the layout I decided to scrap, and I'm going to flip it because I need my picture on the other side. Well, looking at my layout right now, it does not look like it's on the other side. My paper strips are, though. I'm using Simple Stories Vintage Lakeside, and I have a bunch of things already cut out in here. And, oh, and these, I got these for Mother's Day today, and a few more, and they're just as cute as can be, and they're from Bramble Fox. And I'm going to use a couple. I am showing everything that I have in the collection. However, I'm not going to use everything, but I got it all out anyway. I did put some things up there in that tray that I thought might go with what I have envisioned in my head. But yeah, I think I used, well, I don't think I used all those things, but I don't really think other than a scrap of paper I pull anything else in. I Hers doesn't go all the way over, and mine isn't either. And she has mixed media. All I'm going to have is splatters at the end. There's already some faux on the paper that I'm using. And so I decided just to go ahead and leave it as it is. I am putting my strips kind of where I think the colors would go best with each other. And me also still be able to work in those two strips. One is a ticket and one is a ragged edge notebook paper thing. And I want them to show up too. I use this wood grain. It is Simple Stories wood grain. It was from that, not the Woods collection, but the one before then. I don't even remember what it's called now. But it's got the little grid dots on the back. I Oh, I think I inked everything but this paper here. I guess I missed it. But I thought, well, if I ink it, my layout will go faster, and everybody knows how to ink. So I just went ahead and inked them to start with. There is a few things I will run across, though, that will need some ink on there. I did cut my photo down some to make it fit on my triangle. My triangle ended up bigger than Helen's, but I think my photo's bigger. But I wanted it to set on there, and I am going to hang off a little bit. I don't think hers did, but I wanted to have enough room for the stuff I was going to put on the right-hand side. These are Tim Holtz dies, and the two darker ones were already cut out and in one of those packages. But I pulled out the dies so that I could cut one more to put in the middle and have it a different color, so it's a little lighter. I wanted three, and there was three of the darker color, but I wanted one to be lighter. This cattail dies, it it was already cut out and inked and everything, inked really well. I haven't got anything else inked quite as much as that is, but I think it's going to work okay because I'm putting a lot of stuff on top of it. I'm going to put some mushrooms, a sign that says lake, creek, and river with arrows, and then I'm going to pull a boat in. Yeah, there's the boat that I've pulled in, and it I well, I had it first, thought I'd put this duck, and I had it all ready to go. Then I ran across the boat, and I thought, well, they're in a boat. I think I want to put the boat on there. So the duck got thrown to the side, and I guess it'll be used on another layout. I fussy cut the mushrooms out of the mushroom paper that was in the collection. The whole time thinking, boy, I wish I'd bought extra of this paper. I really like it. And I mean, they are just the cutest little mushrooms. I do have dies for mushrooms, but they're not this small. So with what I'm doing on this layout, the smaller ones work better. So I was thinking, man, I'm going to be gone. It's all going to be gone soon. But yeah, I think I can do a few more layouts. By then, I might be out of everything else. I, oh, that label looked a little too white, so I threw some ink on it, and I think I threw some ink on the boat. If I haven't, I am going to throw a little bit on there because I can see it. I just threw a tiny bit on there. I'm adding this little sticker, and it says together. Since Malachi and Hope are together in the boat, and they're just sitting back, chillaxing. And that was going to be my title. And then I happened to pick up when I was hunting for the tree dyes. I got the word ones for the outdoors of Tim Holtz. Oh, here's my chance to use that word expedition again. So I pulled it out, and it's going to go on the layout as my title. Well, it is right now. Since the screen's so small, I have to look on over there at the layout a lot, and I'll miss where I'm at. I mean, just totally be somewhere else. Um, at first, I thought I was going to use that wider plaid, but then I decided my space, I didn't leave myself much space. So I am using some skinnier banners here and not having the wide one after all. But I did trim it into a banner. I tried. I am going to put a couple of, well, one of those die sets from Bramble Fox is a little notebook torn thing, but it has photo. So I die cut it out, and then I put black behind the photo. Well, I'm going to. Y'all will see me do it in a minute. And I put black behind it so the photo would show up better. And I dug over the side. I think I'm hoarding this paper. I had a couple of sheets, in 6x8 pad, and I just keep using little bits of it on the layouts. And it's getting smaller and smaller. I use one whole sheet up, and I am working on using the other one up. I don't have that much left, but I did decide to go ahead and use one as a banner. I sacrificed another piece, and I am putting the photo up there at the top, and then out in nature and our great escape. These kids didn't escape nowhere. But I thought, well, they do look like they're alone if you didn't know somebody had to be there with a camera. And although you can't see their faces, I still think they look pretty cute sitting there. I think I got pretty close to Helen's layout, except I flipped it. But yeah, hers is a lot brighter colors than mine, but I think mine worked for my photo. And I had a lot of fun scrap lifting her. She recently hit a milestone and had a hop, and I put on there that I would do it, but that was right at the time I got the stomach flu, and I just could not follow through. So I was glad to be able to scrap lift her this time. And there's my title. Oh, and I did add that fern after I took the photos, and then I retook them. So yeah, I had it laid in that tray to use and just forgot all about it until I went to take my photos and seen that it wasn't there. But I want to thank you all for joining me in creating this layout, and I hope you all have a happy scrappy week. Have fun on the hop and hit that button down there. Lots and lots of inspiration. Bye.